some things or simplify square roots with variables. Thing with variables is that if m, in this case, m is a multiple of 2, you're going to use the rule and you're just going to take it divided by 2. So a would equal to m divided by 2. If it's not a multiple of 2, you're going to break it down to where you have one less, so it's an even, this one's going to be even, and then this is the extra. So if I have a to the 8th square root, but that's great. That's going to be a to the 8th divided by 2, just a to the 4th. However, if it's the square root of a to the 9th, I'm going to break that down and say that is a to the 8th times a. I'm going to make that a to the 8th over 2 radical a. Leave the extra one inside, which is going to give me a to the 4th radical a. So here we go. X squared. Well, that would just be x to the 2 divided by 2, which is just this one's going to be n to the 4th and an n. So it's n to the 4 over 2 radical n, which is n to the 2nd radical n. Number 5, I've got the square root of 25, which we know is 5. And then on the outside, this one, I can take x 6 divided by 2. The y, though, needs to be y to the 12th and a y. So 5x to the 3rd, bring that y out to the 12th divided by 2. That brings it out, radical y. So 5x to the 3rd, y to the 6th, radical y. Here's a few more. Let's go ahead and we're going to combine simplifying the square roots and with the variables. So 63 breaks down to 9 times 7. And that'll end up being 3. So I've got 3. B squared is going to be b to the 2 divided by 2. So I've got 3b, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, radical 7. Number 9. 320, well, that's a big number. I know it does end, it ends in a 0, and 32 would be 16. So maybe we could even try 16, and that would be 20. I know it's not going to be the largest one, but 32 and 10 would work. So let's just go ahead with 16 and 20. The square root of 16 is 4, so it's going to come outside. And 20 breaks down to 4 times 5. The square root of 4 is 2, so remember we have 2. So now I have the outside so far, an 8 times 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. And I have an x that's going to have to stay on the inside. And then I've got y to the 4th. Y to the 4th, well, divided by 2. 2. So I get 64, y to the 2nd, radical x. 11, I have 128. Well, 128 is even. Let's go ahead and divide it by nothing else. Let's try 4, because 4 is a perfect square, and it will at least get us towards our goal. So 4 goes into 12 3 times. 4 goes into 8 twice. 32. So now I can bring out a 2. 32 breaks down to 16, and 2. Square root of 16 is 4. So now I have on the outside 8, radical, and 2. Let's go ahead and break these guys down. So we have p to the 4th, e, q to the 2nd, and r to the 8th. Well, I can divide this one by 2 and bring it out. So it's p squared. That p is going to stay on the inside. Q to the 2nd, well, divided by 2 gives me 1. Take a q out. And r to the 18th divided by 2, and I get r to the 9th. So in the end, I have 8, p to the 2nd, q, r to the 9th, radical, and left over on the inside is a 2 and a p.